Good morning, everybody. This is Debbie Arnold with Dining with Debbie. And again, I'm sorry I can't be with you on air with the Vine and all the other crew. I know they're anxious to get back as well. Aren't we all anxious to get back to, somebody said it was our new temporary rather than our new normal. And I'm thinking of that the same way. I'm bringing you today a very familiar recipe with just a few little twists, of course. It's a banana nut bread. Most of us have at one time or another let bananas get way too ripe. Well, don't throw those away. You may have heard that before. One of the things that I do is I take those bananas that are starting to get too ripe for us. We like them almost green. This one is good to go right here to use in the banana nut bread, although it could even get riper. What I do is I take them when they're past the stage that we like, throw them in the freezer. Y'all, I have a bag full of bananas like this, and it's just like having gold in your freezer. I take these, and then I use them in banana nut bread, banana nut cakes, anything, banana bars, all kinds of things. And you can take these and strip the skin, of course, and they're good to go right into your banana nut bread. It takes 3 of them. And one of the things I like to do sometimes is I actually like to roast them. And one of the things that I first did, in fact, I think it was the very first show I ever did for THB with Tom Bonner, was a roasted banana and toasted walnut ice cream. Y'all, it's delicious. That recipe is on my blog. I don't think it's on the THB blog anymore. You can check, but it is sure on my blog. And it's really, really good, and you'll look forward to having that this summer. Anyway, we're going to take our bananas. We're going to strip 3 of those. We're going to mash them up with some other wet ingredients. We're going to have eggs, we're going to have vanilla, melted butter, some sour cream, and if you don't have sour cream, use whole milk yogurt, and I use yogurt in place of sour cream all the time. Then you're going to add in your dry ingredients. You're going to have flour, kosher salt, some baking soda, baking powder, and some cinnamon. And I like to add a good teaspoon of cinnamon because I like that flavor in my bread. If you don't, decrease it to a half teaspoon. And then once I get all of that mixed up and have my batter ready to go, okay, I'm going to stir in some toasted walnuts or toasted pecans. If you don't like nuts, put in some blueberries. They make an excellent addition to your banana nut bread. Or omit them altogether. And you know, it's okay if you have little chunks of banana in there. That just makes your banana nut bread even better. You can do all of this by hand. I used my mixer this morning because I'm actually doing a double batch here. And so get your kids involved. You know, you can have them strip those bananas. One of the things that I want you to do after you've started preheating your oven to 325 degrees is I want you to take one of your bananas like this, cut it in half lengthwise. Then you're going to take dark brown sugar, and you're going to pat dark brown sugar on top of those halves. If you don't have dark brown sugar, use light brown sugar. It's fine. I just prefer the dark brown. You're going to take that, those 2 banana pieces, you're going to put them into a skillet with some melted butter and let them caramelize over some medium-low heat. And that just is going to be a nice little addition to your banana nut bread. And I'll show you how that works here in just a second. This is what the bananas look like once they're caramelized. I like for them to get a good color on them, even darker than this sometimes. All right, so we have our batter done. We're going to put it in our pan that we have lined with the parchment paper. And it's also we've sprayed the pan with some nonstick spray. And then we've lined it with parchment paper. If you are out of parchment paper, you know, my mom used to use wax paper all the time. In fact, that's what I grew up doing, using wax paper, so you could try that. Leave these little handles like this, if you can see that, okay? Makes it so much easier to get it out of the pan. It really comes out easy anyway, but it makes a nice, clean finish to your bread. All right, so once we do that, one of my tricks I use is an ice cream scoop to get the batter in the pan. And it depends on the size of your pan as to how many scoops you put in there. This pan is smaller than the one that was recommended on Bake from Scratch, which is where I got the idea originally. But I wanted to make some smaller loaves to give to neighbors at this time. This is another little trick. Take your batter and you're going to bounce it really hard. You can't hurt it. on your counter. That's going to get those air bubbles out, and it's going to make you a nice smooth top for your bread. So once you've gotten that done, then you're going to take those pieces of caramelized bananas that you have, you're going to lay them on top, just like that. What you end up with is a really nice loaf of banana nut bread. Looks just like this. And you see those bananas on top? This adds another layer of flavor to your banana nut bread. Y'all, this freezes well. You can probably keep it 2 to 3 months anyway, wrapped well in your freezer, or you can share it with neighbors as you see fit. Now, my neighbors are good to go. We've all maintained our health so far, thank goodness. And we are getting out walking. We're doing all those things that are going to help us get out of this coronavirus pandemic. And I wish you good health. Stay fit, stay well, stay home, get out in the sunshine and enjoy it while you can. And just have a very blessed day. Again, this recipe will be on my blog, diningwithdebbie.net. Thank you. Come again.